Alright guys, this is going to be the first part of my any percent tutorial series. Basically, timing starts when you hit new game. The first level you go to is negotiations because none of the other levels are unlocked. The route on Wii is episode 1, episode 2, episode 4, episode 6, episode 3, and episode 5. The reason we do it in that order is because episode 1 you just play through. It's really slow to break up an episode. Like it'd be slow to just go do negotiations and then go to another one because you add in a cantina load, and those cantina loads are about 10 seconds. So definitely don't want to do that. Episode 2 has exploding blaster bolts, which is used in every episode other than episode 1 and episode 2. We do episode 4 next because we're going to be doing a lot of save canceling, which is exactly what it sounds like. You just cancel the save, and the reason when we do this is because the saving, it takes about 2 seconds every time you do it. So we do it through episode 1, 2, 4, and 6, and then after episode 6 we save and then we start resetting the game so we don't have to watch the final end cutscene. It's not faster to do it for episode 1, 2, or 4, so we do those 3 first. And then we do episode 6 because that episode has infinite torpedoes, which we use in episode 5. And we also use vehicle smart bombs from episode 3 and episode 5. So we do it in that order. But yeah. So let's go ahead and get into this level. One thing you want to know about this level is the goal of the level is to end with 0 studs. It doesn't save that much time, so if you're just starting out, I really wouldn't worry about it. It only saves about 7 to 15 seconds, depending on how many studs you have. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and get into it, and I'll show you guys what I do. This would be the fastest way to do negotiations. So you come up, you force this door, and you just immediately start jumping. There's a blue stud that kind of like falls out of that door. You want to avoid that blue stud. Sometimes it's not unavoidable though. You get it, it's not a big deal. Basically, you just want to kind of avoid these guys. As soon as Qui-Gon goes off screen right there, start calling in player 2. It'll kind of drop in more from over here. Make sure you avoid these studs. Build this panel and just kind of walk him into this wall so he doesn't pick up any studs. Oops. The reason being for that is because if you get a stud on player 2, it's really, really hard to get him to lose those studs. So you just want to keep walking into that corner while TC14 uses the panel, and after he uses the panel you can go ahead and drop him out. And then here we're just going to go ahead and go to this next room. Depending on the hearts you have, you can either kill these guys or just ignore them. And then we're just going to jump straight into this cutscene. Now here is where it gets a little bit tricky. So here, let me just pause this if I can. So if you have over 2,000 studs, you 100% want to take a death right here. You want to go over and just take a death and then force the thing. Now, like I have really low stud count. I have under 500. So if I can try to force that thing before getting killed and make it over. And that just saves an extra death. Saves about 3 seconds. Really not a big deal. But if you do have a low enough stud count, you can try to do that. But it is really inconsistent. Like, see, I almost got it there, but I didn't quite get it. You stay on this button. And then here we're going to do a drop-in warp with TC14. We're just going to kind of come back here, and as soon as you like get behind the panel, you can go ahead and start calling in player 2, and you can just use the panel. And then you just wait for him to take a death, and as soon as he dies, you can enter the ship. And that's how I do 0 stud negotiations. It's really not too hard once you get the hang of it. Just take some practice. But yeah.